turn it up, let's go. Hey, hey, turn it up, let's go. Hot takes, no breaks.
From the upside down, breaking through. Some dudes with reviews.
Hey, well, anyways, welcome back to this week's episode of Stranger Things miniseries. Of course, I'm joined by one of my co-hosts, Trey. Hey, thank you, I appreciate that, and our special guest, Japheth.
Let's go.
So we're gonna get right into this episode.
He said, and Trey.
I'm dialed in right now. I'm trying
Yeah.
Absolute crickets.
to. What's going on?
There we go. So, fellas, here we go. The final 2 seasons of Stranger Things. Season 4 is probably my number 1 season of all time. And if it's not y'all's, then we got problems.
It's not, but that's okay.
That's insane.
I mean, season 4 to me was probably like the turning point of Stranger Things, where it got like super like action packed, and
Yeah.
you're learning about the villain more, and people are being killed off, and it's just crazy.
Yeah, a lot of killing this season, and quick killing too. Starting the first episode.
Yeah.
First episode of the
Yeah,
Hellfire Club. That's when that becomes a thing. It's pretty lit.
Yeah, I don't know. I didn't really get into that part that much, but yeah, I mean, I like that you meet Eddie and whatnot. And he's a good character, but he strictly was just written into it to die.
Yeah.
Like they were like, oh, we can't get rid of any of the characters we got because too many people like them. Let's throw this new guy in here.
Make everybody like him.
And then everybody likes this guy, and they get
Yeah.
rid of him.
Yeah, it sucks. Dude, Eddie's just that one guy that's just been in high school for almost like since he
Yeah,
actually
like-
started high school.
Yeah.
Dude, I was watching that episode last night, and the one quote, they're in the cafeteria, he gets up and he says this: I'm going to walk that stage next month. I'm going to look at Principal Higgins dead in the eye. I'm going to flip him the bird. I'm going to snatch the diploma. I'm going to run like hell out of here.
That didn't happen, did it? Spoiler alert.
Yeah. But
I'd like to say, if you have not watched Stranger Things season 4 or 5, you do not need to watch this. Obviously,
hey, or you can, but just spoilers alert.
and but spoilers
Yeah.
alert.
Yeah, you could just watch this and then not worry about watching the season. So
Yeah, this is more in
Technically-
depth.
yeah, right.
But yeah, that did not happen.
No. But anyway, so I think, we start getting into, I think Vecna starts actually becoming an actual more in-depth character for this season.
Yeah, he does.
overall. And I'm going to be honest, he's probably the best villain that I have seen on any TV series in a very long time.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Like a very long time.
I mean, you're going through seasons 1, 2, and 3, and like who's
And he's trying to
controlling
figure it
everything?
out.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's like, who's
exactly.
controlling it?
And when we get into it, I've got a lot of questions about all that, and there's some questions that I still have that I don't know if you guys know it or if I missed it while watching it. I don't know, but
Yeah.
but yeah, Vecna becomes a pretty big honcho in this one.
Which honestly is kind of personally kind of scared. Well, not really like scared me, but it's like, okay, this guy he is the guy, and he
Yeah,
will kill
right.
anybody off that when he wants to kill somebody off.
Exactly, and that's what made this the season so like on my toes all the time, because I was like, he don't care to just off anybody, especially watching that he got. Well, at first you don't know that Chrissy was.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, we knew that, but everyone else thought it was Eddie doing some sort of weird satanic worshiping
Yeah.
and stuff.
Just crazy how it all turns on Eddie. And then
Right.
the basketball team, of course, Lucas is on the basketball team, and Yeah, they had the Hellfire Club meeting or something, and it's Eddie's last like huge meeting because he's quote unquote graduating. But Lucas decides to go to the basketball championship game instead of going to the Hellfire Club that night. And of course, that's where all it turns around because Chrissy meets Eddie in the woods for some drugs,
Mhm.
and that's where it all turns around because they later that night go to his trailer, and
And
yeah,
she decides to float,
yep,
and every bone in her body.
breaks.
Yep. Sounds like a Rice Krispie treat.
Yep.
That is crazy.
And of course,
that
what?
is comparing that to a Rice Krispie treat.
Yeah, I mean, that's right.
Snap, crackle, and pop, brother.
Yeah.
Uh,
Oh man. Of course, they all show up. Of course, it looks bad for Eddie because it looks like he murdered her. So
Yeah. Now, the point for him choosing these victims to die was what? Just to open gates?
I think it was to open gates, along with just because how controllable they were and how easy they were to just manipulate.
Yeah, but
I mean, he's also like, he also doesn't see it as like, I don't know. I guess he doesn't really see it as killing.
it is what it is, I reckon.
He sees
Yeah,
it as like a whole different. He sees it as like a whole different thing to build his other.
yeah, that's true. Just keep building to like his own, I guess, empire. I guess
Yeah.
how you said.
Yeah.
Yeah, doesn't he end up like he takes Chrissy and then doesn't he take some other guy in a lake or something?
Yes.
And then he takes some other little boy on like a roadway or something, right?
Yeah, he takes a lot of victims in this
I think he
season.
takes 4, don't he?
I think so. Yeah, yeah.
And then Max was the last one.
Dude, that episode was good. I enjoyed it, but dude, I thought
I
Max
think that wasn't that the last episode
no.
of season? No.
Yeah, that was episode 4.
Was it episode 4?
You talking about whenever she floats up in the air?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's episode 4.
Okay, gotcha.
Cause that's when Billy comes back, quote unquote.
Right. Yeah, that was a pretty good episode. And then she floats in, and dude, whenever she gets up there and then
Yeah.
everything Rice Krispie treats,
Yeah.
dude, I was like, no way they just did that to her.
Killed her off. Yeah,
Yeah, dude, I was like,
mad.
no way. Oh, I was too. And then, we got to talk about Hopper. He's in Russia
In Russia, yep.
trying to escape Russia, dude. There is no way I'd be escaping a place like that.
No, it's
Barefoot in the snow, bruh.
yeah, no.
And then just so happen your future girlfriend and crazy white guy comes in and saves you.
Yeah.
Dude, like, how did I mean, I know it goes into detail about where he was at and how they found him and stuff, but like that, dude.
Well, it's because
It's a
Joyce.
special ops mission, dude.
Yeah, that's
And
what it
two
is.
and two crazy people did it. Like,
Yeah. It's because Joyce received a package from Russia and she called Murray about it. And she's like, what the crap do I do? Because it's a Russian doll.
oh yeah, that's right.
And Murray's
That's
like,
right.
you got to break it or something because there's probably something in there. She was like, well, I just glued the thing back together. He's like, you got to break it. And of course, there's a note in there telling from Hopper and where he's at.
Yeah, just crazy.
And of course, the Russians held them for ransom for $40,000 and told him where Hopper will be at next in Alaska and meet him there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, crazy. I like how Trey has a lot to say about it.
Dude, y'all were just going back and forth. I was letting y'all cook.
Hey, another crazy thing that we did mention in the last episode. 11 loses her powers. I watched that again
Yeah.
today or last night, dude. Oh, dude.
Oh, dude, that was so annoying, bro.
Yeah.
Loses your powers, dude. Like, I just don't get it. I don't know. And then you know, and that's
It's always when they need her the most.
Yep.
right,
That that 11 cannot perform. Yes.
No.
right. Like, look, just scream louder than you did the last time.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Just point the hand, let the nose bleed, and
Yeah.
scream louder.
Right.
Yeah,
Right.
I
Just
like it.
scream
I like
louder.
it.
Scream louder than you did last time. It'll work.
Yeah. I don't know. I think this. I mean, I could be wrong, but I think she's trying to just like blend in more with the other people. But of course, she just kept getting made fun of.
Right.
So
And dude, this season 2 is like they had to me. This is the episode where you had Hopper in Russia and them trying to save them. You
mm-hmm.
got Vecna and everything he's doing. Then you got 11. Isn't she back in the lab or something to try to get her
Yeah,
powers back or something?
yeah.
And
So she
then
goes
you've
back
got
there.
Mike and all of them in California or something crazy.
It's I think they're actually all going to be headed to California. I could be wrong about
Yeah,
that.
dude, there was too many storylines to
Yeah,
follow.
yeah. There's a lot.
And then like that at one part where they're like shooting the house up with him inside it or something.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Dude. Yeah, right. um and then you see the backstory of Vecna and who he was before he was
Yeah.
Vecna.
And it
That was
kept,
pretty interesting. They really did great character development on that guy.
they did. I agree.
For sure. For sure.
Of course.
But, and we'll get into it later, but like the whole power situation thing still just is like, what?
Yeah,
And
everything's
then
wild.
is it in season 4 where they you see the first battle between 11 and Henry Creel?
I think it's towards the very end of it, but I could be wrong about that. I think okay, I don't think they battle each other. I think they go like
No, I know they don't battle, but like
they see each other in like the upside down. I guess that's how you say she goes into like her form. I don't know what the form is called.
where she goes into his mind or whatever.
Yes. Yes. I think that's where they
And
see
then
each
it was
other.
just like a flashback of how he became Vecna.
Yes, I'm pretty sure.
Is that in season 4 or is that in season
Yeah,
5?
no, that's season 4.
Okay. And like the crazy part to me, so they walk into that rainbow room, whatever,
Yeah.
and they're getting ready to fight. Well, she walks in there and every one of the test subjects down there, their eyes are gone.
Yep.
Why did he get rid of everybody? Is it because they weren't as strong as
That's
11 or
yeah, that's what I think it is. Or
and
another thing too is maybe he didn't want the other kids to be as powerful as he was, so he wanted to get them off before.
right. And then like, you know, presumably everybody that was down there um was murdered by Henry,
Oh
all
yeah.
of the kids. But like where was number 8 when all this went down?
See, that's where I think season 5 comes into play. Because I think, honestly, yeah, I don't know.
You know what I'm saying? This was back when
So you're talking about when they were younger.
yeah, this is when Henry
Oh,
first
Yeah, he's talking about the kids' playroom and that absolute massacre
Massacre happened.
yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
that made
the
Vecna what he
Henry
is.
Creel Vecna.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, like
That was I'm pretty sure that was just because of greed, and he was just so sick of Pawpaw trying to
right,
make trying to make more of him, and
trying to
he
make
right,
stabbed.
statement.
I get that. But like
Yeah.
why he kills presumably every one of the kids that had somewhat powers.
Maybe he couldn't find 11.
Well, right, but we knew where 11 was because of the backstory on that, and I don't remember that exactly. But then what about number 8? 11's
That's a good
sister. Where was she
that
at? Why wasn't she in there with the rest of them?
another good question.
You know,
For
like everybody was in that playroom
plot.
except for 11. Yeah, for plot. We're gonna need her later. We're just gonna make her. She had to go. She had to go to the bathroom.
Yeah. Yeah.
She conveniently had to go to the bathroom before he decided to do all that.
Well, I mean, with her powers, you never know. He could have she could have with her powers, she could have been heavily injured and just made it look like she was dead.
Yeah. I mean, that's true too, for sure. Yeah, and then she opens the gate and sends him to
Yeah,
the upside
yes.
down or wherever. No, it'd have been the abyss, I reckon. Is what she'd have sent him to, right?
No, the upside down.
Maybe. I don't think so. I think he was. Anyway,
Was he sent to the abyss?
I'm thinking he was. I don't know, but anyway, it doesn't matter. Anyway, and then he turns into Vecna as he's falling down to wherever he was going. So, did 11 create this upside down when she forced the portal open to throw Vecna inside? Is that the whole idea?
She could have, right? There's no way. Oh, I wouldn't think
I
so.
mean, she opened a portal to another dimension and pushed, him inside.
But I thought this whole upside
I mean,
down was already
before
created.
11.
What?
No, this is before 11, ran away and we knew about the demo dogs and everything. So she opened the portal, pushed Vecna inside. And then, so did she create the upside down, or was it just there and she just opened a portal to another dimension and that was it?
Well, that's what I'm thinking. Is
Well,
that
that gets answered in season 5.
Sort of.
yeah, kind of.
We'll come back to it.
Yeah.
But anyway.
Kind of, yeah.
But there's no doubt she started it all.
Yes, that's what I'm
If
getting at.
There's no doubt. I don't know how the upside down. We don't know how the upside down came about as of right now. But at this point, if she doesn't attack Henry in the playroom after the massacre, then this doesn't happen. Henry Krill, maybe goes on another massacre in the laboratory and escapes. Who knows?
I honestly didn't think about it like that. Like she's trying to fix her own mistake. I guess that's what we're kind of seeing here.
How so?
I mean, isn't that what you all are saying, that she's creating the upside down? But since she's caused all this, she's trying to go into the real world, trying to protect everybody.
No, I don't think she realized she done it until
Oh, so it's
way
by
on
accident.
down. Yeah, I don't think she did it
I
on
got you.
purpose. I don't think she was just like, "Oh, I'm going to open this up and push him inside." I just
Yeah.
think it happened.
No, she was just trying to. I think she was just trying to take out Henry because Henry took out all of her loved ones. The only one the only one she ever knew.
Gotcha.
Dude. Yeah, right, exactly. Dude, how crazy would it be if what really happened is she's fixing to kill off Henry Krill, and really we all think she opened the portal and pushed him in, but what really happened is the Mind Flayer opened it up to save Henry Krill so he could use Henry or Vecna as the vessel.
That'd be wild.
And the Mind Flayer was just waiting for something strong enough to open it from the other side.
Well, not even that. It was just like, oh, this guy that has who's basically Subject 1 has these crazy powers, and I'm going to need his help to, devour the Earth. If he dies, then it's over. So what if the Mind Flayer's like, I'm going to open this portal up, suck him inside to save him from 11 killing him?
That'd be wild.
That'd be wild.
Yeah, that'd be wild.
But we'll never know. But anywho, but anyway, they find out that Vecna's going through and killing these people to open gates.
Yeah,
and they're trying to go down there and essentially kill Vecna before he gets all the gates open up. And they go in there, whatever, after the gate. I assume the gates, are they in the upside down before Max is taken? Or
yes, I'm pretty sure. If I'm not wrong, I'm pretty sure the gates are.
yeah. And then there's those, Eddie ends up dying inside of the upside down.
Yeah, yeah, dude.
While they're trying to find Vecna and fight, to win or
dude,
whatever.
That was such a sick scene, dude. On top of his own trailer, playing the guitar.
Playing the guitar.
Oh,
And there's bats flying around him, and
That was so
then
sick.
Steve Harrington gets bit by a bat too.
Yeah.
Which is crazy because you never see the bats again.
No, that's exactly what I was thinking too. I was like, so what was the point of that?
Yeah,
Of bringing the
exactly.
bats in?
Unless it has, I don't know. But yeah, I was like, you never see him again after that. Like, and they go to the Upside Down after that happens. So,
Yeah.
but
It just makes no sense.
no, not really.
But hey, can we talk about the cool character they did? Well, okay, they added this character to season 4, wasn't it? The surfer boy.
Surfer Boy.
Yeah, the one that drove the yellow van, the Californian.
Oh yeah, 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 yeah.
Why can't I remember his
I
name?
see. My problem was he was probably a good character, but I could not stay mentally in the California story.
I couldn't
Like
either.
I was always like, dude, go back to Vecna's background
Yeah.
or show me 11 in the lab, something else. I was tired of watching that California stuff. Dude, I
Him
was
and
over it. Yeah, all he wanted to do was smoke pot
yeah,
anyway.
him and Jonathan.
Yeah, I was like, dude, just we don't need all this. At
That's
least I didn't
also
want it.
yeah. That's also when Jonathan and Nancy they're
Starting to
both
fling.
well, yeah, kinda. But they're on quote unquote spring break. Jonathan was actually taking like spring break chilling, but Nancy was working on spring break, so they weren't ever together.
Right.
And they were both asked questions on like, why are you still with her if y'all are going to hang out like during spring break? They said something, and eventually it all came to the same answer from Nancy and Jonathan both because we just love each other. I can't remember what it was exactly, but there's like a whole entire like little storyline that went on. I'm like,
Right.
okay,
Well, isn't while he's on Jonathan's on, spring break or whatever with the other kids,
yeah.
didn't Steve and all of them and Nancy and all of them go to the Upside Down? And that's how they found out that the Upside Down was like stuck in the past.
I know it was
And they're
for.
like, "Oh, we put this pistol here and we'll go into the Upside Down and the pistol will be there."
Oh yeah,
And I think wasn't it like the day Will went missing is the day that the Upside Down was like frozen in that day?
I'm pretty
Which
sure.
doesn't make sense to me because they put a pistol in the drawer, and then they went into the Upside Down, and the pistol was in the drawer.
Within the drawer, yeah.
And then that makes it to like where when Will's mom made the Christmas lights,
Well,
it was in the
yeah,
Upside Down too because he could touch the lights.
yeah.
So I don't know if that theory's correct exactly, but I don't know. But
That's a good point to make out there. That means everything literally should be in the upside down as it is in real life.
exactly, yeah, it should be a mirror,
Yeah,
not it's just everything stuck in the past.
yeah, yeah.
So
That's a pretty good point.
yeah.
But let's see. I had something I was gonna bring up, but I can't remember what I was gonna bring up.
Well, we could talk about the end of where the boys finally come back from spring break and they're trying to find where Eleven's at, and they find out they're in the lab, and pretty much the whole lab gets taken down, and
Yeah.
Papa's running with 11 or something in the desert.
Oh, dude, I forgot
That
about
helicopter
that.
flying over.
Yeah,
You forgot about that?
I did forget about that.
Yeah, I was wondering that this guy Papa was just one of I mean, just this guy pissed me off more than almost any television, you know, villain.
Yeah, I was gonna say he's
And
technically a villain, I would say.
like this, like he just made like got. And then when they finally got him, I was like, thank God,
Yeah.
thank God. I always wondered if he was going to be a part of the final story, but you got to remember, like he's just a guy. There's no way he
Mm-hmm.
can be a part of the bigger picture.
No,
No
he's too
way.
much of a side character to be in it.
See, that's my hard part. It's like At first, I was like, okay, dude, Papa's. I mean, he's cool. I mean, he's like helping, but then he like turned, but then he become a good guy again. I'm like, dude, I was just
Yeah.
confused the whole time. Like, what is going on here? It's like, am I supposed to hate this guy? Or am I supposed to like this guy? But at the same time, he
Yeah.
screw everything up. I'm like, dude, what is going on?
Right. Yeah, I don't know. And then they're running away or whatever, and then that helicopter comes in and shoots him, and
Yeah.
then Eleven's like, "Oh yeah," screams louder, and takes the helicopter down.
Dude, yeah, I'm happy you brought that up because I did forget about that. That is insane. Wow.
And
I,
yeah,
th- I think I think it wasn't more of him being a good guy. I think it was more of him, like, well, like there was a sense of him, like being a good
well,
guy. Like, no,
he's
they can't have her, but like he wants her for herself. He wants.
Yeah.
I think the whole thing around that is that it would be another father figure for 11.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that's what they seem to base him around is the father figure that's trying to take care of 11 but also isn't at the same time.
No. 'Cause
Cuz he's done all these tests and blah 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 and whatever whatnot and
he's just trying to make more of her.
exactly. Which, you know, she was the purest out of all of the test subjects that he had.
Oh, yeah.
And
Henry.
And I never really understood, which y'all might know the answer to this, and I may have just missed it or forgot about it. But like, what was the point of him creating more of these
To, to
kids
make
with
more
powers?
to make more Henrys.
For what reason, though?
That's a good question. I
Just to
guess
see if
that
he could do it, or to make an army, or
I'm sure it was a gut exactly that right
yeah,
there.
right,
Henry was that's another season 5 thing.
yeah. Which we're almost there. So,
But could you
but
imagine if he did, like, let's say if 11 was never a thing. Let's say Papa was like the main villain of everything inside Stranger Things so far, leading up to this. What would happen if he did create all these, I guess, subject ones? What would be his plan to do with all these subject ones? I know
that's what I'm
probably
saying,
take over the
that's,
world.
Army, government project.
dude. Or sell them to other countries that want,
Yeah,
a super soldier. You know what I'm saying?
that's true. But like eventually, like, what is the point of it? Like, what's to
Yeah,
do?
I feel the same way. And where's he getting the funding for this, dude? The government?
I think so. Right, has to be.
Yeah. You're right.
Well, when we get to season 5, did you see the setup did you see the
Yeah,
setup they had going there?
yeah,
That's
yeah,
definitely
Yeah.
that's some
yeah,
government shit if I've ever seen it.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
They
Yeah.
acted martial law.
Yeah. And then right after Papa dies or whatever, they go back, the California kids are back from California and they're back with 11. And then, Russia is finally, Hopper's finally back from
Yep.
Russia. They've, all happy and get go. Then you got Eddie dies and Dustin's, crying like a baby. And then after that, the craziest part, I thought it was over. They find Vecna in his old
Oh
house.
yeah, the house. Yeah.
I thought that was it. I was like, checkmate, brother.
Yep.
This is it. There's not a season 5. It's over. They throw Molotovs and,
Everything,
um,
dude.
yeah, everything at him. And, is it, does he take Max before, or is it in the process of them fighting or, attempting to kill Vecna in his house?
Somehow, like, okay, so I think what it is
Well,
that they what?
I was gonna say, well, the whole season, she's like, she's the main
Yeah.
target. That whole season,
Right, that they're trying to keep.
she's getting peppered by Vecna with like Billy and all the things of the past and all
Okay, so I think that's what happens. I think that the stories kind of align with each other where they're like, "Oh, hey, we're gonna try and kill Vecna before he can get to Max," and then he gets to Max and
no,
kills her.
No,
But then
Vecna
they
was already
also,
there.
Yeah, but she's floating in the cemetery,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and I reckon it's right before they decide to try and attack Vecna, he's already gotten to Max.
Oh yeah.
Well,
Gotcha.
it's like ain't it some I can't remember isn't it like some mind battle, but
Right.
Max
Well, I think
is
this is
already
after. Yes, I think she's already, in his mind, but
Yeah.
he's not got to her yet.
okay.
Like physically hasn't got to her yet
You
while
talking
he's
about
in his house.
Because then at some point Nancy and Steve and Robin
Right.
find
They throw Molotovs at him and
yeah.
shoot him
yeah.
with a shotgun. He falls out of the window, lands on the ground outside. And at that point, Max has already been
Cooked.
Rice Krispied.
Yeah, yeah, she's dead.
Yeah.
Okay.
Lucas's arms.
Right.
No,
And then,
whoa, 11 revives her.
Yeah.
well, yes, and that's the crazy part to me too. So he gets Max, boom. Also, Steve, Robin, and Nancy attack Vecna. Boom. Now the fourth gate's open, right? So that means now they can get in and out of the Upside Down with the earthquakes and the splitting of the ground and blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
But technically, Max didn't die. So how did that fourth gate open?
Mm.
Or is it that she did die, gate opens, 11 revived her, the gate's already opened?
I think
I'm pretty.
that's
Yeah.
I think that's what it is.
Yeah. I think that's
Gotcha.
what it is too.
Gotcha. And then she's
Y-
put into a coma or whatever, and
Yeah,
they can't
Yeah.
find her. And
she's dead in body, not in mind type deal.
right, right. Well, yeah, exactly. And then they go outside, and the ground's just on fire, and he's gone. I was not
Oh.
happy with that, Vecna. When they shoot
Yeah.
him, and he's on fire, he flies out of the top window, lands on the ground. They go outside, gone.
Gone. Yep. Gone. Dude,
And then,
that's when my heart drove. I'm like, okay,
oh,
dude.
dude, did y'all notice too? Like, when the gates open up, and it's tearing, earthquakes and whatnot into Hawkins. Did you see that that main football or basketball player that was beating up on all the
Oh
kids
yeah.
was completely just ripped in half
Oh
from
yeah.
the gate opening up, dude?
Yeah.
Bro, come on, dude. I love that.
Dude, I mean, Buddy deserves it, man. I mean, he planned
Oh
to
yeah.
kill Eddie and everything. I
Mhm.
mean, he deserves it.
Yeah, for sure. And then that was pretty much that was it. That was the end of season 4, wasn't it? After the gates opened up and
Yeah, the
they
gates
kind of
open
look
up.
over the
Yeah.
hill and everything's smoking and whatnot.
Yeah.
And that was pretty much the end of season 4, I reckon.
There's to bring up subject 8 or Cali, whatever it is.
Mm-hmm.
I looked it up. Apparently, I don't think it ever said it though, but she chose revenge and isolation, while 11 chose connection and friendship. So that's why we never saw her in season 4. So she just chose to stay away. But which is weird on what's about to bring it to us in season 5 and how she got there.
How they got her and stuff.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, in her own way, yeah. You know, I see what you're saying, like how it's like that doesn't really align with like what we see in season 5, but in her own way, she kind of chooses revenge and isolation. Not complete isolation, but isolating herself from the situation and
Yeah.
Elle
Yeah.
and everybody involved. I can see what they mean.
Yeah. I don't know, but yeah, I think that pretty much gets season 4, don't it?
Yeah, season 4, yeah. I know a lot of people talk about it's like more of like a horror film, quote unquote.
I mean, I could see that because there was a
Yeah.
lot. You got the demo dogs, you got the Vecna and how he looks, and you got the bats flying around. You got everybody just
Don't forget about the Rice
being
Krispies.
off. Yeah, and Rice
Yeah,
Krispies.
I'm not
Yeah,
gonna lie,
that
dude.
was probably. I would say season 4 was probably the most traumatic season out of all
Yeah,
of them.
more gory and everything. Yeah.
Oh yeah, for sure, for sure. Which makes it, it is 100% one of the best seasons out of all of them.
Yeah. Which, yeah. Like, honestly, after looking back, after the day after I watched, of course, like the first couple episodes, And just watching them float up in the air and all their bones just like crack and all that, dude, just made me laugh. I'm like, can you imagine that just happens in real life?
Oh, bro.
All your bones
I
just
would.
cracking
I'd
like
be,
that.
dude. No, well, you'd be dead first
Oh,
off, so you
yeah.
wouldn't have to worry about it. But being the person that saw that, dude, I'd
Yeah.
be in an asylum. I'd be in a mental hospital, dude.
I'll never be the same.
No, no way. And ain't like nobody gonna believe what you saw.
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah,
Yes, season 4 was good. So here it is, season 5.
season 5 finally, the
Uh,
one everybody's been waiting for. So what's the time look like from season 4 to season 5? What's the
think about like the date range. Is that what?
Yeah, it's like yeah. What's the time range for that?
If I'm not mistaken, it's not that far apart from season 4. I didn't think, but
It might not be, but isn't there like a break in time in season 5, like a year or something?
let me see. That
Either way,
sounds
I mean,
about right. I want to
yeah,
say,
because Sam or Max has been in a
yep,
coma for how long?
18 months,
Okay, so
about a year and a
yeah,
half.
exactly. Yeah, that's crazy, dude. Yeah, and then they're like, I think the first episode is like what happened after, the gates opened up and
Yeah,
the town looks like an apocalypse essentially.
it's just crazy to me. So you go from season 4, then you hop into the first episode of season 5. So you're thinking you're gonna get all this like keep going intense, intense, intense.
Oh yeah,
It
dude.
just slows down.
Yeah, it does quite a bit. And then, it gets to where like the town's normal again.
Yeah,
They got
that was
these
cool.
metal sheets laying on top of the gate, the splits and
Yeah.
whatnot. Dude, bro, you telling me right now that everybody in that town wouldn't just leave? They still
They
live in
should
there?
have. They had 18 months.
Bro. Yeah, dude. And there's still a graduation going on. School's still happening.
Yep.
Dude.
Is
There's only one reason I can think of why they would stay there.
the events of season 5 begin in 1987, about a year and a half after the events of season 4.
Gotcha. So yeah, there's only one reason I can think of that would leave people to want to stay in Hawkins.
What was that?
They weren't allowed to leave. That was the
Well,
problem.
that or rent was super cheap because ain't nobody gonna want to live
Okay.
there.
Well,
You know
at
what
the end
I'm
of
saying?
at the end of season 5, Harrington's talking about how the prices are still down.
Yeah.
Well, I don't think anybody's able to leave anyways. Cause isn't there like a force field or something? Anyways,
No,
around
they just
Hawkins.
had maybe a fence around it. There wasn't no like
No,
force field.
no, it was just barricaded off by
Yeah,
the
no.
U.S. military.
Military, yeah, had it all barricaded
No, I thought it was all
coming in
force
and
field.
out. No, no. But you find out that, Vecna's still alive. Yay.
What a
See
go.
Max in the hospital. You see Max in the hospital bed.
Yeah, she's all brittle.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's right. The military does step in and lock up everything, and nobody can come out without having some sort of documentation. And
And that's why our boy has
yep,
to come in as a
Murray.
grocery truck.
Yep, Santa Claus.
He tells Dustin that he should grab the mistletoe, pucker up, and kiss my jolly ass.
Yeah, dude, that was great.
Yeah. Dude.
Everybody else is just wanting like Doritos and
Yeah.
cold drinks, and Dustin's like, "Oh, can you get this repeater that does this, that, and the other?" And
Yeah.
You didn't get this? You didn't get
Yeah.
this?
Oh, dude. Hello, Murray.
yeah,
I mean,
Now,
there's. Sorry.
go ahead.
There's one thing that they just and I understand, but I guess it was just like for the plot of him that like not Dustin getting his ass whooped and getting his ass whooped by like those 3 or 4 dudes.
Yeah.
The Letterman jackets. Like that's not talked about ever again besides with him and his fight with Steve later on
Yeah.
towards the
Mm-hmm.
end. And the only reason that I'm pretty sure that happened was so he would miss the van scene where they need him to work the
Right.
radio. We ain't gonna get our spin back on that. We ain't gonna do nothing, Lucas. We just gonna let our boy.
Yeah.
We just gonna let our boy get messed up. What's
Yeah,
up
and
with
they
that?
didn't do a thing. Yeah, dude, I didn't like that either. Like everybody knew exactly. Dustin didn't have to say a word. Everybody knew what happened to him.
Yep.
We just didn't do nothing about that.
Yeah, exactly. I didn't like that either. They should have.
I get the world was falling apart, but we can take 15 minutes
Oh, dude, yeah.
to let these Johnnies know who they messing with.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. They put that snake in his locker and he starts freaking out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
sorry, I digress. That was all. I just wanted to get that out there. I just feel like I feel like we spent 10 to 15 minutes getting our get back.
Oh yeah, dude,
Oh
for
yeah,
sure.
100%. Just joins the guys all bloodied up and everything. Oh, what happened to you? Oh well.
Hey, well, he walks to Will and Steve. Not Will and Steve. Will's brother. I can never remember
Jonathan.
his name. Yeah, Jonathan and Steve all absolutely messed up. I mean,
Yeah.
he is messed up. And I'm pretty sure that's the only reason why I wrote in there was so he would. And I get that, but let's get our spin back.
For sure. Turn around.
Lucas said if we ever touched him again, you know, and what? And did nothing.
Nope.
Mm-hmm. Nothing, dude. It just kind of fell off. Maybe they'll forget about this.
Yeah.
Sorry,
We'll have him with the bloody broken nose for the rest of the season, but
yeah.
well, maybe they'll forget about it. Dude, what's up with Hopper doing these crazy like secret missions in the Upside Down to find Vecna?
Crawls?
And like, the crawls, dude. Dude, I'm telling you right now. You telling me the government inside of there doesn't find him not one time, and they've done it how many times? They said.
Yeah.
Well, you gotta think about it. Well, I understand that, but you also gotta think about this. That this is '80s surveillance technology.
Right.
This
Yeah, I
is
get
not.
that.
This is also, you know, they know it better
Oh, bro,
than.
I'd be walking through the woods and step on a stick, and they'd find me. Game over.
Well, you also gotta remember Hopper has military experience.
Well, I wouldn't say military.
He was in Nam,
Was he?
wasn't he?
I don't think he
I thought he was just a sheriff.
Yeah, that's not pretty sure he's just a sheriff.
No, wasn't he?
There's no way he's in Nam, bro.
Not Nam. I thought he was in.
Some sort of war.
Yeah.
I don't think so.
I don't think
Maybe.
he was.
I don't think so.
I'm pretty sure he's just a sheriff.
And dude, I knew it. Like when they were finally showing him actually do a crawl.
Yeah.
I was like, "They're gonna lose this guy. He's gonna
Yeah.
get stuck in there." And then, dude, the military guy, I don't remember what his name was, but that kind of
Yeah, I know
fought
what
him.
you're
Dude,
talking
he
about.
was so annoying to me.
He was.
Like every time he showed up, I was like, "Bro, get this guy out of here."
Just kill him.
Yeah, dude, like get him out. And they had to, 11 ends up finding
Oh
Hopper
yeah.
and they're
In
together.
Stranger Things, Jim Hopper fought in the Vietnam War.
There you go.
Oh yeah.
There you have it.
So he was not. So he had experience in the military.
Oh,
So,
dude,
yeah,
I'm thinking. Yeah, okay, that does make more sense because he is older. This is the 1980s. For some reason, I was
Yeah.
thinking this is modern age.
Yeah,
that
bro.
I just
Yeah,
keep
bro.
thinking about that. That's on me.
Yeah, bro. This
Yeah,
that
but
was
he wasn't part of the SEAL Team 6, dude.
No, he goes on and says it. He was a grunt. He literally says that in the show. He was a grunt.
Yeah. But he's somehow the stealthiest guy in the whole universe at this point.
And you also got to remember plot armor.
Yeah,
Japheth,
you're right.
plot
You're
armor.
right. You're right. I know that.
Gosh.
Yeah, I get it. But anyway. But yeah, so he goes in there and he gets, of course, I knew it was going to happen. They would lose him or something would happen. And they're trying to find Vecna at the secret base. And I guess they assume he's in the base.
In the base, yeah. I guess I think that they captured him.
Yeah. After being wounded or whatnot.
Yeah.
And like Will still has this weird connection with him and
Yeah.
gets those weird tingly bumps on the back of his neck and
I don't know. It's pretty good, but Was it this episode where they're on the radio station tower? Is it episode 1? It has to be, right?
Probably.
Yeah, you talking about Will, Jonathan and Steve?
And they climbing up to the top of that radio tower
Yeah.
together. Dude, I would be gassed before I got halfway up.
Dude.
Dude, yeah, you're not finding me going up. Not happening.
I mean, dude, like they're racing up that sucker.
So yeah, before the upside
Yeah.
down crushes them.
Well, that
You're
was
talking,
no.
you're
This
talking,
was
you're talking about
before.
the end.
Yeah, that's the ending. I'm talking about before all that.
No, I'm
You-
talking
That-
about
No, we're talking about when something happens to the tower and they got to reset the light or something on it.
Yeah,
And they all,
Jonathan and Steve have their macho contest.
yeah, and they're like, "Oh, I'll do it." He's like, "No, I'll do it." And they both race up to the
okay.
top,
Yeah.
and then they both hit the button at the same time or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, you wouldn't see me. Oh, my legs would be shaking.
Yeah.
You wouldn't see me going up there. Not happening. Nope.
Not even for the love of your life.
Dude. Not happening.
My luck, my foot would slip, and I'd ding, 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 all the way down. My chin would hit every ladder on the way down.
Exactly. Not happening. I was getting the heebie-jeebies just watching them up there, bro.
Oh, dude, and you know it's got to be swaying up there.
Exactly.
Yeah, no, I'm out.
Doesn't matter how hard the wind is blowing. There's always wind up there.
I'm like, why couldn't they put the button at the bottom?
It's too easy.
You know it.
Oh. Okay, so radio station. Joyce. Joyce is like the main commander of the radio station, isn't she? Because Robin tells
Yeah,
her.
when-
Yeah.
Yeah, when they go out on the
Oh,
crawl and all
yeah.
that.
Yeah.
The flux capacitor.
Yeah.
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 You see that
Yeah.
red button right there, Joyce? That means the flux capacitor is broken.
Yeah, that's right. And then they go and they just run away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And dude,
Yeah,
all
'cause
these kids
she's
start
like,
disappearing, and
yeah, she's like, Joyce's plan is stupid, Will.
Yeah.
yeah, dude.
This-
The parents in this whole series are the most clueless parents ever.
Ever, yeah.
All of them. Because you know I thought it was pretty cool how like all of the kids start disappearing and they figure out that it was Mr. Whatsit and it's Vecna that's created another personality of himself to get into these kids' minds to try and take them to their his imagination land, I guess you would say.
Oh yeah, dude.
Yeah, and dude, I thought it was so cool too how that you could see they knew when someone was getting ready to be taken because the Demogorgon would come in. You just see the lights start flickering.
Dude, that was cool, dude. I enjoyed that.
Yes, dude. And then especially when they tried to take Holly
Yeah.
and they're trying to get there before whatever, and the mom finally does something about it.
Yep.
At least she tried. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Ends up getting rickety wrecked.
With the big old slash, dude.
Yeah, like dude. Yeah, let's hand-to-hand combat a Demogorgon.
Yeah. Yeah, it made no sense. I mean, that whole scene right there, just inside that house with the Demogorgon.
Yeah,
was
and the
intense.
dad gets knocked over the
Yeah.
bed, hits the wall. He comes out fine.
Yeah.
He's like, "What happened?" I don't...
And
And then the mom's like on her deathbed in the hospital. And there's a long thing of how to figure out who's doing what, and they were so close to saving all the kids before they all got taken at one time, and
yeah.
the water starts leaking real bad while they've dug these tunnels out. And the girl walks in, she's like, "Mr. What's it?" They're like, "Uh-huh." They're holding the pipe shut from leaking.
Yeah.
Water goes everywhere.
Oh man.
What's
Derek?
that?
Derek's
Dude,
a
he
goat.
is.
Derek?
Yes, he is, dude.
Yeah.
Derek's a goat.
100%.
Oh.
He's probably my favorite. One of my favorite characters of season 5 for
Dude.
sure.
Stuck the fat one, bro.
Yeah.
Stuck
Yeah,
the
dude.
fat one, bro.
And that chubby little middle finger he's got, dude.
Yeah.
Bro.
Oh man.
That was like I was waiting on like these kids, like, because when towards the I know I'm skipping, but towards the end when they're running towards the cave away from Henry,
Yeah.
I was wondering. I was like, are these kids gonna get like a fuck you moment
Yeah.
to Mr. What's it? And then he turns around, suck my fat one with the finger. I'm like, yes,
Yeah.
fuck you, Henry.
Dude, and let me
Not
tell you,
happening.
well, and even, I know we're skipping ahead, but even at that point, like, he had Vecna had already shown Derek what he was going to do to his family if he didn't obey what he said.
Yeah.
And he still was able to do that? Bro, the
God,
balls on that kid?
Yeah.
Dude.
that's delightful,
He'd,
Derek.
he'd have done that to me, and I'd have been like, yes, sir. You won't ever see me step foot out of this house again.
Yeah.
Delightful, Derek.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
dude.
dude, so good.
This is a
And then,
straight
they,
savage.
they make his whole entire family go to sleep by some sort of cake or pie or whatever that Erica
Pie,
made.
dude.
Yeah.
She was like, "Oh, you should eat this pie," and the woman was like, "No, thanks, I'm
Yeah.
good. I'm on a
Yeah,
diet." She's
the
like, "No,
crazy
you need
part
to eat this."
just starts choking her. Erica
Yeah,
just
Erica,
choking.
yeah.
yeah, another awesome character.
Another goated character.
Oh, man.
Can't
Yeah,
spell America
that's what I
without
wanted
Erica.
to see, not California, dude.
Yeah. Oh, man.
And then they tie him up in the barn,
Yeah.
and then
Like,
somehow he gets away.
how is he already awake? He had 2
Yeah,
slices or something like that.
yeah, dude. And doesn't he like try to run away and he pushes Joyce down or something and starts climbing up the ladder or something?
Yeah, and
Oh, yeah.
And then Steve and all them in the van come through and just whack that Demogorgon and then
Yep.
kill it. And then they zoom through the silo and ends up being put inside the upside down. And
yeah, like his
Oh,
what's the
yeah.
bar called? What's the bar? The little chocolate bar. He's like,
Still
I
shot.
don't
he's like,
remember.
that's what he's talking about when he's about to go into the silo. What if it's like my chocolate bar? You know, hard and hard shell on the inside. Outside, but creamy and gooey on the inside. Go right through it. What's that chocolate bar called?
I don't remember.
I don't either, bro. The only thing I've seen is peanut butter poppers. I don't think
Yeah,
that's
that's
it.
yeah.
That's it?
Yeah, yeah, what? Yeah, yeah. What? He's like, what if they're like my boppers? They're like, what? He's like, what if they're like my boppers? They're like, I would not appreciate if the life or death we're charging that thing's going 80, 60, 70, 80 miles per hour,
Yeah.
and we're basing a life or death thing off of a theory that Steve Harrington had 3 seconds ago, driving full speed at this thing.
Yeah. And then
Yeah.
whoop.
Yeah. And the next thing you hear is like, it may be like my bopper. Next thing you know, you're in the underworld. I'm pissed. I'm pissed.
Yeah, dude.
I'm pissed.
So they get stuck, dude. And what irritated the heck out of me too is when they get stuck. They go through to the upside down and they're stuck. They try to use the radio. We'll find out they can talk to Hopper and 11.
Yeah.
Well, okay, we'll meet you at the church. Okay, sounds great. Well, then Hopper and 11 get to the church. They're gone.
Mhm.
They're going
Yeah.
to the lab. Like, why? They
Yeah.
told you to stay.
Stay, yep.
Classic, dude. You cannot leave. You cannot leave Nancy and Dustin anywhere because
You're
they
right.
will always find a reason to go somewhere else.
Yep.
Yeah, you're right. Gone.
And it's specifically those two.
Yeah.
Like Mike might be victim of it sometimes, but most of the time he's got his head on his shoulders and he's like, we should probably stay here, or we should probably wait up, or he's always thinking.
Yeah.
Those two, Dustin's like, I have a theory, let's go. Or Nancy's like, let's go, I've got my shotgun, fuck it. I'm like,
Yeah.
what are we
Yeah.
talking
Yeah.
about?
Yeah,
Yep.
and then they get to the lab or whatever, and then they find the orb. That makes no sense to me.
Oh,
Well,
yeah.
that's
Yeah.
well here's where we get to your question earlier.
Well, the orb is
So-
what holds the upside down from being outside of the wormhole, correct?
I'm pretty
Yeah,
sure
Keeps
it
it
is.
it's
stable.
not-
It stabilizes it.
Yeah.
It stabilizes the upside down, I assume.
but it also answers your question from earlier. L did not create the upside down, nor did Henry,
Okay.
nor did it was just science. It was pure straight up
That's
science.
right. Yep,
Science,
that's
yeah.
right. You're right. That's right. That's right. That's right.
Okay,
That's right.
is this what you were talking to me about earlier, Trey, with all this Big Bang Theory and everything? Is this what you're talking about?
Yes.
Okay. I was confused at first, but now since we're talking about this, I know exactly what you mean now. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. And they go in and they find it. And dude, what? Okay, dude, this is what bothered the crap out of me too. They go upstairs, they finally see it, and their first thing's like, "Let's shoot this with a gun."
Yeah. Like
Classic Nancy Wheeler. I
yeah.
mean,
And of course, too, they're going back and forth in between Steve and Dustin versus Jonathan and Nancy, and they're in between of like, oh, they find out what it is, they don't need to touch it, and then
Yeah.
Nancy's like, I'm gonna touch it,
Touch it, yeah. Like what?
yeah, and then obviously you knew that they weren't gonna get there in time,
like here, like what
but
when you hear somebody say "Here goes nothing," the next
yeah,
Yeah.
it's
yeah.
like what?
And wasn't it like right before that, before they shot it too, is when Holly escapes from the
That
abyss and tries
I
to
think
crawl down into the
Oh
upside down and then
yes.
falls,
Yes.
and then
I
Vecna's
think
like,
that's
whoop.
I think that's after because after they've escaped and all that and they're all looking at Brenner's book together and that's when Dustin's explaining to him like this
Oh,
is
okay,
cr-
gotcha.
Yeah,
So it
that's
was
right.
after
Yeah,
they
yeah, yeah,
done.
yeah.
It was after it done explode. She shot it. It exploded. They fell into this
And they hear
room
some
that was
yeah.
melting.
yeah and then you get the
Back in
Jonathan
reality.
then you get the Jonathan Nancy saga and then after the
Yeah,
Jonathan Nancy saga they find each other.
yeah. And
Steve
then
I mean, Steve finds them. They do the invest. It's Dustin does the
what
breakdown of
was
like
it?
this is
What was it that made it? I knew it was liquid, and it was all like the walls were melting, and it was just weird
Yeah.
matter everywhere. What made it harden? I can't remember.
I have
Was it
no
just
idea.
time?
I didn't know. Yeah, I didn't
I
know either.
I have no idea.
Yeah, I
No
can't
idea.
remember that.
Because that's all I could
And
think
then
about is like heat melts it, but like how does it harden? Like
yeah, I
what?
don't remember. I don't remember that. And then they get out from Dustin. They go upstairs, and that's when Holly falls through
That's what it was.
the,
Yeah.
the sky, and then he's like,
I
"Whoop."
I mean, let's be for real. Thank God. I mean, like, this is the one time anyone's ever said, "Thank God
Yeah,
Henry did something." Because
yeah,
what were they going to do?
for
Catch
sure.
her?
For sure, yeah, I agree. I agree.
What were they going to do? Catch her? I mean, no telling how far she. It doesn't matter how far she fell from. She was falling.
Yeah.
Yeah. No,
But
either
I
way,
mean,
that ground was going to be hard.
yeah,
Yeah.
So like, I mean, no way.
Yeah.
Because that's what that was as soon as she started falling, I was like, I mean,
Oh, and dude, it was
how's she living?
yeah, and dude, even before all that, dude, it was just crazy to me how like Henry made himself seem like such a good guy to these kids,
Yeah.
and he's brainwashed them so well. They were like, oh, I'm this, and
Man,
don't go out into the woods because there's a monster in there that will kill you. Blah blah blah. When really,
Uh-huh.
she's
that's
like, you know what? I'm going in the woods. And she goes in the woods and finds
Max.
Max,
Max.
the
Yes.
goat,
And I was
Max.
like, let's go. And then, like if it wasn't Holly that was first,
Mm-hmm.
part of me thinks that Vecna may have got away with it
Oh yeah.
because Holly being the first one to go out into the woods and finding Max, she already knew who Max was, so she knew she wasn't the monster.
Yeah.
Now, if it would have
Yeah,
been any
exactly.
other kid that doesn't know who Max is, they
Oh
would have
yeah.
just 100% believed that she was out there to get him.
Derek
And
also knew, but I don't believe Derek could have pulled it off.
No.
no. And then all these kids get in there, and you just see the backstory of Max and being stuck in his mind and running through all of his memories and blah 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 and
Which is
yay
insane.
yay yeah, dude.
Can't pass a certain point in the cave to get like what?
Well, when you realize what happened to him in there,
Oh
you say
yeah.
fair enough.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
mean that's where it all changed. I was always wondering like how did Henry get his powers?
Yeah.
yes, and we get it.
Because
Yeah, and that's more
because
towards later, but
because
Yeah.
when they say when they made the big announcement that Brenner didn't make, like it wasn't him by himself, that was just pure
right,
science. I, it all just kind of made sense at that point that it
yeah,
was a wrong place, wrong time for
or
the young
right
kid.
place, right time for everything to happen the way it did.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, depends on how you look at it.
Yeah, exactly. But then that's the crazy part. So they take all these kids to the abyss, right?
Yeah.
And they're tubed up, which I don't understand that, but that's fine, whatever.
They're feeding.
Right, he's feeding them, and they're in his mind, and they all escape to this cave that Henry is just terrified to go into because we find out why. But which is you get the awesome "suck my fat one" line,
Suck my fat
and
one.
yeah, and then all the kids are like, "All right, now what?" You know, so they end up finding the old was it abandoned mine shaft or something that was in there that they find?
Yeah, that her and Max
Yeah.
Right,
found.
and then
Can we
they
talk
find.
about?
Go ahead.
Oh, sorry. Oh,
Yeah,
I
go.
just wanted to. Can we talk about for show's sakes, this kid Holly, an absolute fucking trooper.
Oh yeah, dude.
I
Oh,
mean,
100%.
she's blindsided by this absolute hell demon coming through her roof, and then all of a
Yeah,
sudden from there she's kicked into action.
yeah, dude.
What an absolute dog Holly is.
Oh yeah,
Absolute dog. Sorry, I
yeah.
go on. That's all I wanted to say.
Right. So they go downstairs to this mine shaft, and they find that Henry, as I would assume, the same age as all these other kids that he's taken,
Uh-huh.
Yeah, around that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
there was a doctor or a scientist down there that had. As of right now,
Grok.
we don't. We yeah, right. But as of right now, we don't know what that is because it doesn't
Yeah.
show that until towards the end.
Oh yeah,
And
my bad.
no, you're good. And so all that happens. They go back out. They find out, oh, that's the way out. Blah blah blah. And then, bro, you get to one scene that they're in. The part of Henry's mind where it's all red,
Oh yeah.
and Holly and Max are sitting there, and all of a sudden Max's memory opens up, and it shows her in the bed with Lucas
Yeah.
playing the song. Bro, they spent forever
You tell-
leaving that place,
they
dude.
did.
They stood there longer than this podcast right now has been going on, talking. You'll
Dude.
find your way out. La, la. No, dude, if I
Yeah.
seen that memory, I'm scooting.
I'm leaving, dude.
I'd be like, bro, look, I've been in here 18 months.
I'm a but I'm
I'm
gonna do myself out of
gone.
there, buddy.
Yes, sir. Gone. Yeah, dude. And then, she ends up getting caught again or something. I can't.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what it was. He catches her and brings her.
Yeah.
Oh, dude. And
Yeah,
before
because
that,
the fucking monologue.
yeah, well, even before that, they're finally in that memory right before they get into that red area, and Vecna starts coming down the stairs and he turns into his
Yeah.
real form in front of Holly,
Yep.
and then dude, Will comes out of nowhere and takes over Vecna's mind,
Yep.
Yeah.
and
And
then Rice Krispies him.
this episode was awesome because
Oh, dude,
you're getting what's going on with the kids. You're getting three different fights going on with Lucas, Murray, and Robin, and then you have the fight back at, like, I guess the Max Z, they call it, right?
the
And
you
then
talking about where like the main gate is?
yeah,
Oh yeah, dude, that was the best scene,
yeah, and then all
dude.
Lucas is about to meet his fate. Mike's about to meet his fate, and then
Yes,
and
dude.
then
Well, before that,
all this while. Oh, sorry.
before that, the demo dogs come in and they're all trying to fight and eat and do all this other stuff. Well, was it before that Vecna comes out into the real world and pulls or not Henry, pulls Will closer to him and is having this
That was
monologue with him.
that was after all that he's discovered he's got the.
Was that
Oh,
after that?
yeah.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
after
No, I don't
Will.
think it was. I don't think it was because he does his thing, goes back into the upside down, and
Wait,
that's when
no,
he
wait, yeah,
sends the demo dogs
yeah,
to kill everybody else in there.
yeah, no, you're right, and that's what activates Will, because he's like,
That's
"You're
when
weak,
Will's
and that's
like,
why I chose
yeah,
you," and he's
and
like,
Will's like,
"Hell nah."
nah, watch this, dude.
Yeah,
And he
yeah, you're right,
switches
you're
that
right.
right before Mike gets eaten. He stops that one,
Oh,
and
And that's
then
dude.
yeah, and then he stops the one right before it gets to Lucas,
Everything,
and
dude.
then and then
I
he
would
stops the other one before it gets into the van and picks them all up and Rice Krispies the demo dog.
Yeah, dude, insane.
What perfect writing, dude! Oh my
this
goodness.
I would like to say that they did the whole sorcerer wizard thing well. He's a
Yeah.
sorcerer. For all your
Yeah,
all the nerds out there, he's a sorcerer, and nerds up. That's what I'm talking
oh,
about.
dude,
They did
Oh,
it right.
it was just absolutely perfect. And then he
what's
wipes
The
his
and
nose. Oh,
Oh,
dude.
yeah, the
and
blood,
that's
yeah.
I really like how they, because as crazy as this is, the plan that they come up with to get Will to tap into the hive mind, with the voltage from the radio tower.
Oh yeah,
I
yeah, yeah.
mean, with that crazy as shit that's happened, it's like such a feasible way they did that. That was
Oh
pretty
yeah,
cool.
dude.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it was super smart on their
When
part to electrocute the thing back to life long enough for him to get into the hive mind and
Yeah.
see
yeah,
exactly where he was at.
and
And then he
I thought
found
it
out where the kids were.
yeah, I thought it was awesome. Like after all that's happened, we're skipping a little past it, but like after all that's happened, Max and Holly are in the cave, and Holly's like, "How do you know it's 11?" And Max is like, "How if unless you know anybody else with psychic abilities to tap into
Right.
Henry's mind to talk to us and to psychologically communicate with us. I don't know who you got." And you're
Yeah.
like, well,
Yeah.
well,
And then well, right before they go into that, Max and Holly go into that red area, he gets into Vecna's mind and he's screaming, "Max, if you can hear me,
yeah,
run!" And he breaks the leg and
Yeah.
dude, oh, it was crazy. And
that
dude,
was
not
fire.
only that, dude, the part where he's walking down the steps, dude, and turning in from Mr. What's It to Henry Krill, then
Yeah.
to, oh,
Then
dude,
to
that was
then showing
so,
Holly's true form. That
Uh-huh.
yeah.
was
Oh, dude, that was just like crazy good. But and then you got before that they think Vecna's in the government lab in the Upside Down,
Yeah.
yeah.
and you have that part where you know uh Eleven's like, I think I can find him if I go inside of this,
Like the little
the
hole.
underground,
Yeah.
in the water simulation thing.
Yeah.
And
The tank.
yeah, the tank, and then they start doing it. And she's in there trying to find him or
Gosh,
find
dude.
bro, and then Vecna gets in there and gets into Hopper's mind, dude.
Dude.
Dude,
Uh,
when he pulled the screen back and there was blood from that, I was like, no
Oh,
way
dude,
that just
yeah,
happened.
I was thinking the same
No
thing. Dude. I
Dude.
was like, "No,
way.
this is how it's gonna be, huh?"
Hopper kills her, dude.
Oh, bro, that would have
Adam,
been the biggest plot twist I have ever
Yeah.
seen coming.
that would have been the dirtiest thing to do to that
Oh,
character
dude, could you imagine?
after
No, dude,
everything that happened to
yeah,
him.
dude, could you imagine that happens and then you see blood rolling, credits roll,
Oh,
dude.
basically, because who's
Yeah,
gonna stop him if El's dead?
you might as well. You might as well just roll the credits, bro.
Yes. Oh my god, I was sitting there. I was just I mean, jaw. I'm dead ass. Jaw was on the floor. I was.
Oh
There's
yeah,
no
same,
way.
same,
There's no
dude.
way he just killed. There's no way he just killed L
Yep,
like his daughter L basically.
yep,
Oh
yep,
man.
exactly, yep. But then that's over with, and then they find out that they're not keeping Vecna inside of the government. They
No.
find it's Callie, which is the another super annoying character after they get her out. And
Yeah.
Hopper almost dies by
Yeah,
the
negative.
weird
Fucking.
vine thing.
I mean, I get it, but like the last thing we need is negative Nancy.
Oh, 100%. They're like, "Oh yeah, let's
Sprout.
Yeah.
just look, dude. It's
Sprout.
like I know this is
Yeah.
gonna happen, but if we kill this guy off, they're
We
just
should
gonna
kill
find
our.
someone else
We
to
should
take
kill
over and do it."
ourselves.
Yeah.
It's one of those you cut the snake, the snake's head, then seven more spawn in, blah blah blah, and I'm like, bro, you were better off gone.
Yep.
Yeah, bro. Like, I feel like everyone's really tapped in right now. We got a solid plan going, and
Yeah,
you're just in here just
I
fucking
need you
this
to
all up.
go.
Like, can you just like pipe down real quick?
Yeah,
And then
dude.
she cooks. And then she
Yeah,
cooks.
Yeah.
right. They make her think that she was shot and dead, and they're like, oh, we got her, blah, see ya. And
When I mean, I didn't know. I always figured that. Uh, spoilers again. I always figured that someone would die. I just didn't know that it would be L. My dumbass
right,
figured.
exactly.
My dumbass figured that I was like, well, actually, this whole time Mike's talking about happy ending. Maybe Elle will actually get something in her life.
Yeah.
And then
Exactly.
when I'm seeing her standing there in the dust and the bomb goes off and you see the fucking 50 megaton nuke happen,
Yeah.
you're just sitting there like, well, get fucked, Mike. So much for that, huh? Like
Yeah.
you're
Well,
just sitting. It's like, can Elle have anything ever?
exactly. Well,
Ever?
you got before all that too. You got to talk about how they even got to that situation. They're getting ready to go to the abyss. They figure all that out. They figure out that the abyss is coming down to basically merge with the main Earth,
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
so that way they could take it over as one. And they go up in there. They finally, dude, they take out the mind flare, bro. What? 8 kids and 3 adults go in there and they're just shooting the place, shooting everything that comes in. They save the kids, blah blah blah. They go in there to fight Vecna. They're popping blisters under the thing's belly and whatever. And
Whoa.
nobody died.
Whoa. Whoa.
That
Whoa.
is a good point. But
Are y'all talking about episode 8 right now, bro?
yeah,
Oh, we're talking about the final battle.
Oh, bro, we gotta talk about how we got up in there first from the radio tower.
Well, you're right. You're right. I mean, there was, it was slowly coming to meet each other, and then they're like, was it Steve's idea that was like, let's just get to the top of the radio tower and wait for it to crush into us?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
and
can we?
then
I mean, he's been taking notes for the last 3.5 seasons from these 4 little twerps cooking
Yeah,
up these
Not the
you're
crazy
right.
ideas.
babysitter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then the plan of all plans, the babysitter, the dad, Steve
Yep.
fucking Harrington cooks it up. Are you kidding
Yeah.
me? That's
Yeah.
peak.
Yeah, you're right. And then, dude, when it finally starts and the tower leans to, one way real hard, and then
Yep.
he goes off the edge, I
Black
was ready
screen.
to turn the
Oh
I was ready to turn the TV off and not watch the rest of it.
Oh, dude, I was like, well, I guess if you're gonna kill somebody, kill the dad. Like,
No, dude, if that would have happened, I wouldn't be talking to you about the last couple episodes at all
Dude.
because I wouldn't have watched it. I wouldn't have finished it. No way.
100%.
Oh.
I got the privilege of actually watching the final episode in theater. Dude, as soon as that happened, the screen went black. Dude, you could hear a pin drop in theater. It's like, what just happened?
And then Jonathan comes in and grabs his hand, and
Well,
I bet the
first thought it was
crowd
Dustin.
unloaded.
I thought
Yeah, dude, that
Dustin
would have
said-
made more sense to me.
Yeah.
No, Dustin can't hold up Steve Harrington.
You're right. I mean, I see that,
But at
but
the same time, I guess it's kind of a smart move for them to do Jonathan since those two.
yeah,
were
because
just
it shows that they've
battling.
had beef. Yeah, they've
Yeah.
had beef the whole time, and now they're like, "Oh, I saved you."
Dude, that was cinema, dude.
Yeah, dude, that was good. That was really good. And then they finally go in and find the kids and try to take them out and start
Yeah.
shooting up, and 11 goes in flying.
Goes berserk, dude. Like what?
Guns blazing,
Yeah,
Yeah,
dude.
dude.
walking
I
straight
thought
in the
Nancy
front
was
door.
dead
Yeah.
when the freaking mind flare was, going into that cavern,
The cavern,
right with her
yeah.
standing there, and dude. I mean, my thing is though, how in the world are you gonna have a boss battle inside of the mind flare, running around stomping,
Yeah.
and they're up there like, it's the gravity in here is different, you know,
Yeah.
like it's all flat up here, dude. It's all good. There's nothing going on outside as it's climbing up walls and running
Yeah.
around.
Oh, dude. Yeah, the whole battle scene was
A little
Pretty wild.
interesting.
It was a
yeah.
little. I'm gonna be honest. To me, it was a little underwhelming.
It was, but
Yeah.
you gotta, but you gotta think, but you gotta also think about it in the can't get my words together, in the grand scheme of things, and that's not really what the show's about.
Yeah,
I feel like
yeah.
that's a part of it.
Yeah, I could
But
see
I
that.
do but I do understand what you're saying. That was a little underwhelming.
I mean,
and,
dude, this has been the main bad guy for the
Yeah.
last 5 seasons.
Yeah.
Even you could even say the Mind Flayer was another main bad guy
Yeah.
from season 1 because that's what
well,
Will
yeah.
saw.
Well, yeah, but
And the whole fight was only 15 minutes, if that.
Yeah.
And then but I will say, the final fight there with she's pushed him into the spike and he's laying there,
Yeah.
and then Joyce comes in, dude, with that axe.
Get that sweet revenge.
Bro, I was like, if anybody needs to finish this dude, it needs to be her.
Yeah.
hell no. Needs to be
Huh? Will.
What?
Will.
Will's the one
No.
who's basically controlled all that.
Hot take.
I'm telling you right now, bro. Will needs to be he's the. I mean, it's either
Crazy.
guy. I mean, L did get the assist, but L's the one that had all of her friends murdered. L's the one that took in all the years of the abuse.
No way.
L's the one that.
And she
Elle's the
had
one-
her fair share of him.
I get what you're saying. All right, but let me bring up my boy Will. Will's the one that got abducted. Will's the one that
Okay.
this all started with. He's the one that sat in the Upside Down all by himself in his little fucking hut for God knows how long.
Yeah,
As
but who
like a
was looking for him
10-year-old,
the whole time?
as a 10. Yeah, I get that. While she's in the real world, the Kush
Yeah.
real world,
Yeah, you wouldn't get it.
he has shit hooked up to his mouth in this big fucking hive. And guess what? When he gets sent back, you thought it's all over? No, he can't
Yeah.
sleep. He can barely live among normal people because he has these crazy fucking flashbacks. It's got to be Will.
No,
No way.
disagree. Let us know in the comments.
I'm not saying that it shouldn't be Joyce. I'm saying that if it's in this order,
Joyce,
L, Will, Joyce.
Joyce.
You said L.
Well, guess
Will
what? Well,
Joyce?
guess what though? Guess what though?
L, Will, Joyce.
Joyce
It's in
did
that
it.
order.
Well,
And-
Joyce did
and-
it.
Yeah, and there's no problem with that.
It sounds like you got a problem with it.
No, I have a problem with you saying if there's anybody. No, if there's anybody,
No.
it should have been L or Will.
Wrong. Okay, but okay.
But she does end up chopping his head off. And now here's the thing, right? So Will has this weird connection with everything in the Upside Down, correct?
Yeah.
Like, when they're burning the demo dogs, he's screaming and crying. When they're shooting down the mind flare, he's screaming and crying. But when they chop his head off, he's fine. He's not hurting.
No.
He's not hurting from the fight, Is it because he only had the connection to the mind flare and not Vecna? But he obviously had to have a connection with Vecna because he was able to get into his mind.
Yeah.
Well, because
But when they're beating up on Vecna, Will's like, "Yeah, it's cool, dude. I'm not hurting. This don't hurt at all." But I'm also assuming too, by the time his head was chopped off, the connection was lost.
I'm gonna say so.
Yeah.
And then my thing too is like, did Vecna have the same pain and was just able to tolerate it better than Will when stuff like that was happening?
That's a great question. You know what?
I'm
honestly,
gonna say since he was the one inflicting the pain, it didn't really matter.
No, but when they caught the demo dog on fire, when they electrocuted the demo dog, Will felt every bit of that.
Yeah. But
You know what I'm saying? He was
but
hurt
at the
by
same
it.
time,
He was
though,
synced up
the
to him, he was
electricity.
synced up to him.
Well, it's that too, but I thought it was because of the. No, I think that's just his body. But I was gonna say because of the heat. But his body's the only one
there's
that
that too.
takes to the heat, though. It's not because of like a demo dog or anything. Demogorgon.
Yeah.
So that wouldn't
Yeah.
make sense.
It's I don't the only I feel like which the first thing you said was the connection, but the connection would have been severed when he cuts his head off. But
Right.
It's
And then, they finally decide to make their way back with all the kids and stuff, and they play that song to blow up the place.
One thing I thought was going to happen after they did kill Vecna, for some reason, I thought Henry was going to come back, like as a good guy.
Nah.
I for some reason, I thought he was.
No, dude. Henry is Vecna, bro.
Yeah.
and they are one.
Yeah.
See,
Yeah,
there was always a doubt, There was always a
Well, see,
doubt. But
well, that was
when
the
you see him
crazy
come
part
around
too.
when you see him come around that corner. Sorry, what was it?
I was gonna say that's the part too. Like, there's that one point of hope with Henry that when he finally gets down there, where these kids are trying to escape back out to reality, that he goes down in the mine shaft himself. He gets over his fear of being scared to go down there, and he finally goes down there, and you see that it's a stone that he pulls out of the suitcase that's with this thing, and he ends up killing the doctor over it and whatnot. And that's how you see he gets these powers.
Yeah.
So there's a couple things that I'm wondering, and one is, where'd the rock come from? How did the scientists get it? You know what I'm saying? Where'd that rock come from? And it gave him these powers. So what does the mind flare have to do with any of it?
I think it was all made by science. I
The
think
rock was made by science.
man-made.
I'm wanting to think more of like outer space.
That's just the answer that I don't know. That's just the answer that they give us. I think
Yeah.
all that was made by science.
So you're saying the mind flare was made by science. The rock was made by science, which gave Will powers, or not Will, Vecna powers.
Because if you remember, Will talks about joining him. The mind flayer was already there.
Right.
Will talks about joining him. It's like it was a choice that he made.
I guess. Yeah, I don't know, but the when he's down in the mine shaft, you have that one small sliver of like, well, this kid's just as innocent as the rest of them.
Yeah.
And then he decides to make his own fate and decide to do what he wants to do, and that's when you're like, never mind, get rid of him,
Yep.
take him out.
Now I know it's. Oh, I can't remember if it's in this last episode or not, but it's where they are all in the cave. They're trying to break the rocks to go into that red area inside the mine. Like all the kids are trying to do it, and of course Vecna's behind them. He's trying to get into the tunnel, but that's where that image happens right there, where they go back to backflash with the doctor and everything. But they break the rock. The kids break the rocks off, and they're squeezing through the rocks to get to, I guess, to escape the upside down. I guess that's how you say it. But how does Derek fit through that small gap in the rocks?
I don't think he does it first, and they're like trying to break more rocks to
That's fucked up.
squeeze through,
But
squeeze.
I never see him like go through it
My
though.
boy, delightful
No.
Derek.
Yeah, but he, luckily he escapes and whatnot, and
Yeah.
they all break out. And then at the end, they decided to blow the place.
Yep.
Because at first, when I was like, dude, this isn't going to be a good idea because we saw what happened to Steve's car
Yeah.
get sucked in out of the wormhole,
Yeah.
and everything's trying to, follow its way through. And I'm like, dude, they're going to blow this place up, and it's going to just rip
Yep.
everything out. And that's just how they're going to end it. Everyone dies. There's no happy ending. Everything ruptures and is gone. But, you see that she decides, everyone gets out, and she decides to stay in the Upside Down as the place just blows up, and then you see she sacrificed herself for no reason.
Oh yeah.
Because Callie got in her freaking head.
Good old Kelly, dude. She made me mad this whole season. But of course she did good too.
And then you realize later on when they're playing their D&D session after like Will, Will tells a fucking banger ending for even a
Yeah, he
even a
comes up
grown
with
even a
he
grown
puts
vet to
in
cry.
he puts in his own conspiracy theory of what happened. You know what I'm
Yeah.
I'm pretty
saying?
well. I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure Hopper, L, and Callie devised the plan in the hospital. And Callie's like, "Yeah, I'm dying here no matter what. So before this thing blows up, let's just put an image of you here."
And she
I
sneaks
I,
out, and
I
she's actually
truly
living just fine. And
I truly do believe that
yeah,
L
but
is in
that's
the
the part that
places with all the waterfalls
and
because
that's the thing I hate the most, dude. Is it's open ended. You don't
Yep.
have a for sure ending, and you're like, dude,
and
it's
that's and guess what? Guess what, Brett? Did you think three worlds almost colliding was possible? The abyss, the upside down, and Earth colliding? If you think
no,
that's
but
possible,
that's
bro,
part
then
of
you
the
should be
story, bro.
bro.
There's always an
Exactly.
ending to a story. Not this one.
This is
There's
the ending.
there's a
Yeah, there, bro.
there's a
Elsa,
maybe.
Elsa alive in a nice little
Okay,
town
yeah,
with
exactly.
all the
So
waterfalls.
why isn't Mike with her?
Because if Mike was with her, if Mike
Then
left to go
they
if
would know she was alive and blah blah
yeah,
blah. Nah, get out of here.
sounds like you just want to argue with logic.
No, I want to argue with the happy ending.
Well, not everything's a happy ending. I feel like that was a very very good ending. Very logical. And they all have this shared trauma that they're going to bond over for the rest of their life.
Not all of them because they don't know Eleven's alive.
Well, wait. But how did y'all
I'm s-
feel whenever they did exit the upside down through the van and everything? And then all the soldiers pulled them all out of the truck, and 11 wasn't there.
Yeah, I was like, of course. Here we go.
Yep.
Great.
Then you
I,
see
I,
11 on the other side.
as soon as 11 was there, I knew exactly where she was.
Oh yeah, me too, dude. I was like, yep, here she goes.
Exactly what she was doing.
Yep. Yep, I knew exactly what was going on.
Banger acting by Hopper because he's the one that came up with the plan. I mean, who else is coming up with that plan? I mean, I guess it was. I guess it might have been Callie because it shows you like this is where my story ends, but yours doesn't have to.
I think it was
Well,
Kelly.
what if it was just Callie's power making everyone think that they decided to Every one of them, they were like, "Oh, we're all gonna die. Let's just make them think that we're all going in here." When really they're like, like Mike said, sneak out the back door and run.
See, that's what I thought too. I thought like maybe that wasn't the actual 11. I thought maybe that
Yeah, it was like
was
a fake.
fake, but nope.
That was a fake 11,
We don't know that for sure.
bruh. Yeah, you
That's
do.
the whole thing. No, we don't.
Yeah, you do.
That's
No,
what
we
they
don't.
that's what they left it how it is. Never know.
See, but that's the thing. You do know.
But
No, you don't.
personally, I think
You
she's
just gotta
enjoying the
choose.
waterfall.
You just gotta choose. You just gotta choose to believe it.
I think she's still
No.
alive.
I mean, yeah, I hope so. And they'll be like, here in about 15 years, they'll be like, spin off. We need money.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure that's exactly what's going to happen.
Oh yeah. Well, there'll be a spinoff in about 15 years.
Y'all thought we're
and
done
all
or
of them are
not?
older. Yeah. Be like, oh, you remember this banger?
Yeah.
We're running low in our pockets. They'll be like, this cartoon show that we come up with didn't really go as good as what we thought, so
Yeah.
we're gonna come up with another season of Stranger Things.
Drops next year.
but yeah, overall, dude, it was super good TV show. I mean,
Yeah, I think after watching it and actually like realizing, I was like, I think this was like the perfect ending for how it ended. I mean, I understand like the fight scene was fast, but I think it ended how it should have.
I mean, it was a bittersweet ending. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? It was just, take it how you want to take it. If you wanted the main person to die, so it looks like none of this can happen again,
Yep.
and we're back to a regular world. There it is. Or she's still alive, and take it how you want it.
basically have to choose your own ending, how you want to take it.
Yeah, exactly. And there's another take I want to talk about here.
I mean, I didn't think it literally shows you she's alive.
No.
I
Yeah, they
mean,
do.
At the waterfall, yeah, but that's Mike telling the story.
Yeah,
that's
that
not
could-
what really happened.
it's just like just a story.
You never know.
telling.
That
That's
could
what
be
I'm
what's
saying.
actually happening.
No, see, that's the thing. You don't know because he was telling a story.
No,
Well,
that's what's actually.
You don't know that.
Well,
You don't know
well,
that.
that's why they
Yeah,
give you
we-
those
yeah,
two
we
endings right
do.
there. You get to choose your story, just like D&T. You get to choose the ending, buddy.
Yeah. Yeah,
Choose
I don't
your
know. But
fate.
there's another thing we didn't really talk about was after this fight happened, Vecna's dead, Mindflayer's dead, all these kids survived, were coming out. There was still an hour and a half left in the episode.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, it blew my mind.
Bro, it happened, and I was like, well, that was quick. How much time's left? Do what?
Yeah.
Which, I mean, I wouldn't complain about because I was like, yeah, there's more to watch. But I'm like, how much more time they need to figure out how to end this
That's
thing?
what I was thinking too. I was like, what else do they have? They killed the main guy. I mean, what's going on?
I thoroughly enjoyed the what now.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I mean, yeah, I enjoyed it too, but I was just like, dude, an entire hour and a half
Yeah, I
was
liked it.
left, and it was in one episode. They couldn't have broke it up, kill the bad guy, then you have your ending episode.
yeah.
Well, that wouldn't have made that wouldn't have made any
I
sense.
think
now,
that
would it?
final episode been too boring.
You're
Yeah.
probably right.
You got to put it in there together. So
Yeah, I can
people
see
would
that
come-
too. They're like,
Yeah.
oh, I don't need to watch it anymore. The bad guy's dead.
Exactly.
Well, that doesn't stop anybody from turning off the episode after the bad guy dies. But
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying?
Hey,
So-
but towards the very end of the episode, guess what happens? They all graduate.
Oh yeah, that's right. They all graduate. Dude, let me tell you what else I loved.
What?
Is like if you go back and watch the episode where they're all graduating and Dustin's doing his speech and blah blah blah. If you look in the crowd where everybody's sitting, they have them in alphabetical order, and Mike is in the back. That cracks me up because his last name's Wheeler, so alphabetically he would be in the very back anyway.
Oh,
That's so funny to me how they like not all sitting together and they're all separated by their name and stuff in there.
names, yeah.
That was just like a pretty sweet detail that they threw in there. And then
Oh.
he ends up flipping off the
Yeah.
The system.
principal, and yeah,
from Eddie.
yeah.
Some crazy foreshadowing from season
And
4,
everyone's
season
like, "What the
5.
heck's going on?" The principal's like, "Oh no, shut it down, shut it down."
Oh man.
What does
And
he
then-
call them?
And then somehow Max is able to graduate after being in a coma for half her high school,
Yeah.
career. I'm like, ain't
Hey.
no way.
Yeah.
She's
Hey,
like,
that's
oh,
some.
dude, I got 2 months to do 2 years worth of remedials.
Yeah.
It's well. Did it show her graduating? I really
Yeah,
can't
I
remember.
did.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm
Dude,
like, no
imagine
way.
if Dustin would have just turned, said the same thing as Eddie, and then flipped him off and said, "Suck a fat one."
Oh, that would be
Uh-uh.
good.
Oh, dude.
But Dustin didn't really have that connection with
No.
Derek to know that. But anyhow.
Well, that's how. Well, speaking of Derek, that's how you know that there's going to be a spinoff. At the very
Well,
end, when after Mike tells his story.
well, yeah.
Nah, I'm just playing. All those kids coming down there playing
Yes,
D&D.
and they take
That's the
over
spinoff.
for him.
That's the spinoff right there.
I mean, that's pretty sweet. I like the idea of that.
No, I'm joking.
Mike and all of them decide to put up their folders for the last time playing the game, and then
Oh, you think they're done
the
playing D&D?
sisters
Right.
come down. The Mike and them. Dude, that was the
Hell
whole
yeah.
point of it. That was the whole point of them putting their books on the shelf. That's it. This is the
Yeah.
last time we're
They're
going to be
done.
together for a
The other
while
kids.
because we're going to go to college and do all this, and then the other kids come down there to start playing. It's just
Yeah.
like it was like Mike's passing the torch down to someone else for them to take over what they used to
Yeah.
do.
You don't think they're gonna do a once a month thing like Steve
Nah.
and Jonathan and
No.
I know they are, but I don't think so. But anyhow, I think it was just super good. I think they could have done a little better on some stuff, but overall, it was 4.5 out of 5 stars for me.
5 out of 5 for me. I don't care. I loved it. Never thought I'd get into a show like that.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy how like you're watching it to begin with, and you're like, man, the last 10 years of my life have been like, I want to see the show. When's this TV
Yeah.
show coming back out? When's this next season supposed to be out? I can't wait for this to happen. And when you first started it, you're like, nah, I don't know if I'll get into it.
Yep. Well, let's go around.
I don't know.
What?
It's gonna be hard for Netflix to top Stranger Things, I think.
Yeah, I mean,
buddy.
definitely that type
Oh,
of
here we go.
genre. That type of genre, at least.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, definitely. I mean, there's not. I mean, yeah, you got Squid Games and such. That's got a
Yeah.
lot of hype about it. But
Yeah,
I think
Wednesday,
Stranger
yeah.
Things though was just more successful
Oh yeah.
over Squid Games. And any other.
Oh yeah.
I mean, there's not another TV show that come out through Netflix that had 5 seasons that was great every single season.
Oh yeah. No.
And I mean, there might be in the making right now. I don't know. I don't watch a lot of other stuff like that, but
Yeah, I think
for that genre, for
Yeah,
sure, it's
yeah.
probably the best.
You won't see another genre like that at all. It's
No,
yeah.
no, I think it's good.
What were you saying, Trey?
I was just there was one show that came to mind that's like up there with like a Netflix original.
Mm-hmm.
It's only 2 seasons. Give me 1 second.
I'm on the edge of my seat.
Is it called Thing Stranger?
It's so good, but you can't think of the name of it.
Well, it's been a minute since I forgot.
But yeah, you won't be able to beat that. I mean, definitely based it off Dungeons and Dragons itself, off of something like that. I mean,
Yeah.
there's no way I could sit down and be like, let's base it off this, make a whole show out of it, and see where it goes.
Right.
No way. But yeah, I mean, we just talked about everything right there from seasons 1 through 5. What's your since there's 5 seasons, let's do what's your favorite 5 seasons? Japheth, put in order.
Out of all of them, which one's my favorite?
Like, I just go like in order, like tier list, like 1 to 5.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
1 through 5. Well, in order from worst to best, I would say 2's the worst.
Yeah.
Didn't like 2 that much. And then I think then it would just go in order from probably I would say 2, 3, 1, 4, 5 for me.
Really, you put a 5 at the top?
Yeah, because it closes it all up for you, dude.
I got
You see Will finally gets his the powers, and I love the story with Vecna and his background and how he became to be what he is, and it all just wraps everything up for you.
Yeah, I agree with that. That's solid.
So that's my tier list.
Trey, what about you? You find that episode or show?
Oh yeah, League of Legends Arcane. That's a Netflix original. That absolutely.
Oh,
Some things no one's ever heard of.
Chef's Kiss. You're out of your mind if you don't think anyone's ever heard of that.
Never even heard of it.
Yeah,
I didn't
well,
know
do yourself
Netflix made
a-
that.
oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh, what's your tier list, Trey?
I would say 3 and 4 are probably like 1A, 1B, and then this might be a hot take. Season 1 was such a drag for me because of I mean that's just there was just so
Yeah.
I mean you just be in the middle of I mean y'all get what I'm going with this.
Yeah.
That's got to be last, and then 5 because I really liked how they went about it. I really liked the ending. I really liked Will getting his powers. I really liked how they kept Max involved.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Delightful Derek.
Yeah, delightful Derek. There was
Dude.
better than dipshit Derek. What about you? What about you, Matthew?
Let's see, going from worst to best. So my least favorite has to be probably season 2. Oh,
Yeah, it wasn't
really?
good.
Season 2? I mean, yeah, season 2.
I thought season 2 was slower than 1, to be honest. But
1 is purely just because of
well, no,
Yeah.
dude, you have to have season 1 to know it's your
Yeah.
opening season.
Yeah, that's what I'm
That's the
saying.
only reason
I'm-
why it's not the bottom.
Yeah.
but-
I'm not. Yeah, absolutely. But for me,
I mean, yeah,
that's
for
why
sure.
it is.
No,
Oh,
I get
yeah,
it.
yeah. You're not dogging her because
Can't-
that's the start of it. You're saying because of how much
Yeah.
she says it just annoy the crap out of everybody.
I literally just wanted her to find Will, not because, not because, to make sure he's safe and so she can get her son back, just so she would shut the fuck up. I mean,
Maybe Vecna should just took her out first episode.
oh God, why couldn't have been why couldn't have been why couldn't have been Winona Ryder?
Oh man. Yeah, but yeah, number 4 for me would be season 1 because everything, because that's what it started, like what Japheth said. Now that's where it's gonna get hard, man. Seasons 3, 4, and
Mhm.
5, dude. God, dude,
They're the best. I would
yeah.
almost put all 3 of those just on the same
Dude.
list.
I love season 3 so much because the Star Court Mall, the fighting. I love everything Billy.
Yeah.
Oh, dude. Oh, so hard. I'm gonna put season 4 at number 2. Number 3 is gonna have to be season 5. 1 is gonna have to be season 3 for me.
You're crazy.
It's just gonna have to.
You
be
put season 5
Yeah.
at number 3?
I mean, I'm even putting season 4 at number 2. I want season 4 to be almost at number 1.
Yeah.
How good it
I think
was.
season 4 was super good, yeah. Yep. And I think they built, Vecna's storyline. They built it so much for him just to have a 10-second battle. It just irritates me. But
Yeah.
yeah, that's my official rating. I'm sticking with 4.5 overall.
What about you, Trey? What's
Maybe
your
even
rating?
4.7.
Oh, 4.7.
Yeah, I'll stick with that. It's pretty good.
Trey?
Well, if you take out all the Wills from season 1, I'd probably say like a 4.7.
But with
4.6,
those being in there, you have
with
to rate it at what?
4.2.
Jeez.
I don't think you understand how much I was sick of that. I almost stopped watching it just purely because of the Wills. Like, I get it. You're looking for your son. I understand. And they're really trying to get the desperation across to the consumer. I got it. She's desperate. Her son's missing. And she really misses him. I get it.
So I got the
4
first
point-
episode. Thank you.
Yeah, I get it. I understand. Fuck.
Oh, you know what? I'm switching it. I put season 4 on top. It's season 3. Like, yeah. Season
What you
4.
rate it at overall?
Dude, I give too many 5 out of 5 stars on literally
Yeah.
anything, so I'm gonna get a 4.9.
4 point. Oh yeah, way to open it
Oh,
there.
yeah, real harsh there, friendo.
Yeah. What a critic.
Well,
Anyway, guys, I enjoyed being on the pod. I appreciate it.
This guy
Invite me
think he's
back.
professional, doing his own outro.
Dude, I don't know if I'm coming back. I want to tell these guys bye. I don't want to leave it open-ended like Stranger Things Season 5 did.
And just like that, guys, Jape, it's going well.
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe. I don't know.
Put
Will
me
he
in
ever
a
come back?
put me on a picture in the background from now on. At least
a
I'll be
water-
in the background.
Put
With
a
a
put a
waterfall in the
waterfall.
background.
Yeah, put a waterfall, and if you know, you know.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh man.
Just have me laying down above a waterfall as it's falling down in the picture in the background of the forthcoming episodes, so that way people that watch this will know.
Dude, just every
Be a
once in a
little
while,
Easter
it's like a
eggs.
little voice in the background. Sniperman in, rifleman in the window.
Rifleman in the window. Inside joke. If you know, you know.
Oh. Well, anyways, guys, that is the end of our first mini-series, Stranger Things seasons 1 through 5. I hope you guys enjoyed this deep talk and this Stranger Things with everything we talked about. If you have any hot takes, just like the Will should have killed Vecna, let us know down in the comment section below.
Yeah. Or any other suggestions, dude. So we could do it again.
Yeah, that's fun. I heard Jay's going to join us next mini series with My Little Pony, so let's get on that.
Yeah.
I think Jay thought she said he'll do a solo series on that one.
Oh, I would.
Yeah, I
don't. Yeah.
we would be
sure.
honored. We would be honored.
Really, I'll take over that for you.
We'd be honored. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Okay. That's fine. I'll do that.
So not show up.
Yeah. You'll just be a pod with nobody at the table.
Nobody.
And you're gonna let me take over, and I'm just gonna press play on seasons 1 through however many they have, and they can just watch My Little Pony themselves and figure it out.
Oh man! But do you guys have anything else?
No, man. I think that's all. That's pretty good.
I think that was all.
Sweet. Yeah, that's fun. Thank you again, Javis, for joining us for these past 2 miniseries episodes.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, hopefully
I'd love to come back.
have you on the main podcast too, if everybody's schedules can line up.
Yeah, dude. I'm so down.
Oh,
But
get everything talked about like that, but otherwise, like, subscribe, share with everybody you guys know. Of course, we do these weekly mini-series every Friday. Main podcast every Monday at 5 a.m. Central Standard Time. YouTube and Spotify. Otherwise, we'll catch you guys on the next one.
Thanks for watching, we'll catch you soon. Some dudes with reviews, back with more real soon.